conditions. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up and predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
Leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Going for it all. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
They'll leave it with him. Plows through the defense. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to the ground game on the left. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll go to the air on third and short. Got it in the middle. It's Barber. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
On the move. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you have to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Snap to the back. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Lost the defense, he's wide open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Back open in the middle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Finds a man on the left. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Back has it. It's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on fourth down.
The Sooners, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Might as well stick with him. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
A first down run in the red zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Michigan State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. Sparty has picked itself up off the canvas before, and this group is capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Barber. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Georgia lining up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
Secures it at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Caught on the outside. It's Kearney. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
To the ground. He's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these throw routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm.
Turning it on. He's at the touchdown, Oklahoma. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the shotgun, the inside give.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Play action. Grab near the marker is Taylor. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. At the 30. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown Sooners. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
To the air on second down. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
On the run, it's Webb. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Might be changing the route. Lost to fire on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Taylor. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Might as well give it to him again. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
He's tackled at the 24-yard line. Second down coming up.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Second down, they'll go to the air. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
The This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Looking for a gap. It's Webb. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop.
On the play.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Here's a heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Nah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
Going to swing it on second down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking.
And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat them.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Looking to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Under fire. He's got it inside the 25. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
And the Sooners had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. Still on his feet at the 45.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
The Dogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Barber. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. They'll try the run. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day, and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
And the Dogs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Caught, close to the marker, it's Barber. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And finally, man, this offense, they have struggled all day. They've been shut out all game. Finally put a drive together, got some points on the board, got some good mojo. Maybe they can take this into next week. I know it's been a bad day, but sometimes these type of things can carry over.
How in the world did he miss that? A very efficient five-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Coming out with it, it's Kearney. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
From the gun, the ground game. Powers through the defender. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
To the ground to try to move the chains. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Number 15 on the year. Going the other way, and he's got room. Past the 10, and he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia!
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping around, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. He's looking to pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Oklahoma 28, Georgia 12.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On third down, he drops to throw. Right through the wicket. He just flat dropped it on the crosser, and it'll be fourth down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. And the punt will hit at the one, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He wants a big play here late. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Complete to the left. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. He'll work his way down to the 28.
You got to give this defensive staff a ton of credit. They had a plan for this guy, right? They've watched him on film. He's been eating defenses alive. They've limited him. That was only his first catch. They've changed up their coverages. They've gotten after the quarterback. Great defensive game plan.
A shot toward the end zone. Working the middle. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
Wants to go up top. Big fella moving. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
So that touchdown was big, but just as big, this two-point conversion attempt to try to get it to a one-possession game. He wants to throw it. He makes the grab for the two-point conversion, and now they're down by a single possession late. Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot. That's That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 first down ends this football game.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. Fighting off, just dismissing tackles. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
This quarterback happy enough to take a knee and head to the locker room, but the defense still does have a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those 1 play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.